listening to Kendrick's verse, I'm like, well, I don't understand why they wouldn't want this to come out. What did you guys get like an answer? Like, what was it about his verse?
I don't think there. I don't think it was. I don't think it's about the verse per se. I think it's just about the optics
Like, you
of
guys are both
yeah,
on in the Avengers
yeah,
against,
yeah. Basically, I feel like that's how they looked at it with all the lawsuit stuff going on, and and then you have you have misinterpretations of or people just not knowing and just walking on eggshells around that whole situation. I believe.
yeah, like you're listening to Kendrick's verse maybe, and you're like, well, maybe is that a line
Yeah,
in the
exactly,
middle of the
exactly.
legal shit that's happening?
Right.
Crazy.
Yeah, and I think that's a narrative that needs to die also because Kendrick is out here setting precedences.
Oh,
He has his own movement, breaking records, and to think that he needs to or that we need to or start some coalition and teaming up. I don't even like the sound of that. You can't undermine what he's doing. That man is gone and he's doing what he does. So, you can't even play me like that. We got Kendrick on the album cuz he's a top tier lyricist
yeah.
and that is, what we do. So he was like the perfect match and to think anything else is just it's crazy.
And this
Uncivilized.
nothing new for. I mean, you and Kate, I'd have records like
For sure.
nostalgia is like
Yeah, like they got real
fucking classic.
relationships. Yeah,
For sure.
exactly.
100%. I do feel like there is like a dark force versus light force happening in hip hop right now, which sounds kind of weird. But I feel like there's like certain artists who will pop up on like some goofy streamers shit to push their album. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And it just feels like there's this like kind of, and that is the one thing I could say about however you feel about what happened with the Kendrick versus Drake thing was it felt like there was at the very least people really dove into lyrics again in a certain way.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah,
just
That,
kind of
that
saw
did
That was
happen.
great.
you
Yeah.
kind of saw pop culture like
Split.
split a little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I saw Punch say some shit and he was like, he didn't say the name, but he's like, it's kind of weird how all the artists or all the people who speak out and jump out for a certain artist feel a certain way politically or feel a certain way,
Yeah. I saw that.
Yeah. And I was like, that's kind of, I mean, obviously that's a blanket statement. It's not
Yep.
always true, but yeah, it is interesting. Do you guys feel like, for you, like the timing of this album, it just feels like, first of all, it's one of the best rollouts I feel like we've seen in hip hop in recent years. So you guys,
Appreciate
Why,
it.
now, why is it the best rollout though?
I just think that the attention to detail to every little thing. Like I feel like you guys did the print press first, right? And it was like, oh shit, okay. So
This is just all an ode to
But you-
rap
right,
and rap journalism and
Right.
music journalism and like being critiqued and putting out your music, letting people hear your shit.
right.
Like,
Facing it, facing
Yeah.
your product.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
fa-
saying?
yeah,
Getting
yeah.
in front of it.
Yeah,
Not
hold-
not throwing it and hiding. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, like-
letting- and just
Building anticipation, man.
yeah.
Yeah.
But just just actually really just being like Malice said, being front with facing with your product, man. And I think that's something that we miss.
I agree, yeah.
Something that we miss. I mean, I do. Like I think I asked about 2 weeks ago, like, man, I wanted to see the reviews. And I think Gabe came as a PR. He came back and was like, it's only like 3 publications still doing that type of thing. And I'm like, man, like,
Yeah, like we don't have
That-
the source mic system anymore.
right? Like,
Mhm.
man, I miss all of
Mhm.
that.
Like
And
you
I-
guys got a double XL,
right?
you know?
Yeah, like I want to see all of that. I want to see.
It's like
all of that.
Anthony Fantano on YouTube now. And he's
Yeah.
like that bald white dude, you know?
Yeah,
he's
no,
just
I got
like,
him. Yeah,
he's
yeah,
like
no,
hard eight.
yeah.
But I want to see that
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
if
for
if,
sure.
if you're taking the time
sure.
to critique and you're really you're really well versed. If you're really well versed in the music and the craft and know the
History.
know the history, you should be speaking on it. And I feel like this rollout is getting a lot of praise because we were very intentional about the people that we speak to.
Right.
Very intentional. People who have real opinions. People who can really tear it down or not.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But people who know it who know it like that.
Do you guys? I always think back because you guys had such a. I mean, you guys. A lot of people don't know who might have maybe just been Pusha T fans recently, but you guys really like went through the ringer of the music industry early. You know, like
Yeah.
I mean, obviously the Jive thing was pretty public, but
Right.
even getting shelved at Elektra.
At Elektra, yeah.
Do you guys feel like exclusive audio footage being shelved? And it was on DSPs for a sec. I don't know what happened. It's gone.
Right.
But do you feel like it was like a obviously you guys
A
were probably disappointed
precursor?
at the time, but was it something that you guys look back at now and are maybe glad that happened?
I think, Clipse is good for rolling with the punches. We navigate any situation. Even with the label trouble that just, happened with Def Jam. I don't think it would be like a Clipse rollout if we didn't have some kind of issue or some kind of
Right.
problem. And I think that's the good thing about it for the fans, and that's why the fans are so important to us, because they've suffered with us, having to chill and having to wait. And now that we come back together and we get to, give them this offering here, it means a lot.
Do you, Malice, for you, obviously you're a man of God, right?
Absolutely. First and foremost, man.
And I wonder for you, was this itch there, like for you to be back in Clipse mode for a while?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
So what do you think kind of ignited like that motivation, that inspiration?
There were, it was a few things, a few baby steps. Going out to Wyoming and working with my brother on Use This Gospel. That was right up my alley.
Right
there.
Dope record, by the way.
I appreciate it. That's what's up. Yeah, I think so. Working with my brother on Nigo's album. Working on Push's album. Those were like little breadcrumbs that, kind of coaxed me.
Right.
Or whatever. But it wasn't an itch. It was just like the time was right. I knew that it could be done. And when those projects came out that I just mentioned, I asked my dad, I was like, what do you think about me rapping again? And he said, son, I think you've been too hard on yourself. And he's a deacon. You know what I'm saying? So to hear his perspective on it, which I had never asked him that before. I had no reason to ask him that because I wasn't doing anything. But, I think everything happens for a reason. I think this is perfect. The project, I believe, is perfect, and I think it's going to do a great service to our fans and listeners.
Was there ever a point in time where it almost happened and it just didn't happen for whatever reason, where maybe Ye was trying to convince y'all to do it, or Pharrell, or...
Yeah, I think it's been convincing all the way through. A lot of people trying to convince.
It's been a whole junior in high school year.
Yeah,
since,
yeah,
since y'all have done
absolutely,
this,
yeah. But nah, and I also want to say it's like the level that my brother has kept it at. For me to come back into the fold. If it looked like he was like just trying to survive as a rapper, you know what I'm saying? But the level that he has it in the quality and the taste level of everything, and keeping the integrity of hip hop the way that I always knew it to be, it made perfect sense.